What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut, Joyce. Joe Joyce says this. He says, I think Usyk is going to vacate. He doesn't want that smoke. Olympic silver medal winner Joe Joyce believes Oleksandr Usyk will vacate the WBO heavyweight title in 2023. Last month, Joyce scored a knockout win over former champion Joseph Parker to capture the WBO interim title. Usyk is taking the rest of the year off after a tough back-to-back wins over Anthony Joshua. The WBO mandatory will be due next year, but Usyk, who holds the WBA, the IBF, and the IBO titles, has his eyes set on an opponent like Tyson Fury and former belt holder Deontay Wilder. Usyk's main goal is to land the undisputed fight with Fury. If the Fury fight doesn't come off, Joyce does not expect Usyk to face him. He says, ideally, I would like to fight Usyk, Joyce told Metro UK. But it seems he is now looking elsewhere, considering moving back to cruiserweight or wanting to fight Fury, but it doesn't look like that's on the table at the moment. Usyk could vacate, and then I could become elevated. I think he's probably going to vacate. He doesn't want that smoke. He has also been at it a long time, hundreds of amateur bouts over the years, and he will have earned very decent money for his last two bouts against Anthony Joshua. I don't know. Does he really want to take on the Juggernaut? If Fury fight doesn't happen for him, I'm not sure if he wants to stay here and take loads of licks and have a hard fight when he doesn't have to. But I don't know what's going to happen in boxing anymore. Fury changes his mind all the time. Usyk has a lot of options, but we will get there eventually. All I can do is keep calling people out and be patient. Those are the words of Joe Joyce, and let me counterpunch. I feel that Joe Joyce has every right, based on what he was able to do that night with Joseph Parker. He was the first to stop him, and he will be the only person that will be the first to stop Joseph Parker. Now, will he be the only? We don't know. But we know he was able to do it with hard work and aggression and relentlessness and overall durability and endurance and a lot of other things that caused Joseph Parker to fall that night. And Joe Joyce had it. And for him thinking that Oleksandr Usyk may not want to fight him, he may not. But if it comes to a point that he has to, well, it's either that or give up the belt. It just depends, if the WBO will press that issue. Because see, if a Tyson Fury fight does happen, I don't see the WBO forcing Usyk to fight the interim champion that just became interim over a WBC total unification. I don't see that. Because if they didn't do it for Oleksandr Usyk when they almost mandated him to fight Joe Joyce in 2021, as you guys remember, I don't think that they'll make Oleksandr Usyk do that when he's now champion. Okay? Because, see, Oleksandr Usyk on the WBO end is exactly where Joe Joyce is now. Okay? And they were going to make Usyk and mandate a fight with Usyk and Joyce. If you guys can remember, and the split was all retarded. It was like 93%, for Usyk, and then like 7% for Joyce. They did not give Joyce no respect. And they did not give no fucks at all, about that whole ordeal. But what they were trying to do is put those guys on ice and keep them busy with each other, while Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua ironed out a deal for a huge super fight that was worth millions of dollars in the UK or in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so that's what was going on at the time. So if they were able to give up concessions and give up really fighters' rights for their hard work, they'll do it again. Because this is the way it's set up. That's why it should be a global governing body that strips all these other belts away. But they've been set up so long to create and to collect money from so many fighters that wheel is a very, very powerful wheel to destroy. But it does need to be broken. Because at this point, if Oleksandr Usyk does not get the Tyson Fury fight, he has to do the same damn thing that Anthony Joshua did all those years. And that's, of course, why he got his opportunity to fight Joshua, because of the rules and what the WBO and getting in that position to take that fight. Okay, that's how he got there. So it would be hypocritical of him if he doesn't want to take that fight. And, it's either take it or give it up. Drop that belt, let Joe Juggernaut do it. But I guarantee you this, nobody else would want to fancy that. Nobody else would want to come up against the Juggernaut if he got that WBO belt. He would be the probably least fightingest damn champion that we had. You just seen Tyson Fury didn't want none. He told him to get your profile up or some bullshit like that. After he just demolished his boy. So, it would be a hard road for Joe Joyce. I mean, because, I think his overall goal is to become champion. And I think if that happens, he'd kick a little ass. He's 37 years old. Okay. So, he ain't going to be doing that forever. But as long as he can do it, as long as he can, and give the fans the fights or a great entertaining fight that they want to see him being champion, that's all he really can do. But I like Joe Joyce's energy. He's not frustrated. He's just, he understands the game. He understands how it is. But him fighting Oleksandr Usyk, I don't think that's something that's going to happen right now. I think it's up to Usyk now to take on another challenge, and hopefully that challenge is against Tyson Fury. And see, either one of those guys, though, boxing it looks promising, but it's like this. Let's say Usyk beats Fury. He's going to have to fight Joyce. Or he's going to have to fight somebody on the IBF. Or he's going to have to fight somebody on the WBA. Okay, the same goes for Fury. If Fury beats Usyk, not only does he have the WBC belt, he'll be the undisputed champion. Then he'll be the true lineal champion. Okay? He will be the true lineal champion, because then he will have every belt at the same time, and he's defended every belt. Now he has to defend them. So then if Joe Joyce comes knocking on his door, he's going to have to fight him too. We already seen as something that he doesn't want to do, but at the end of the day, it's either he does it or he gives that belt up. So probably after the winner, the immediate winner has to fight Joe Joyce. So the heavyweight division is very, very interesting, but I don't see Oleksandr Usyk going back to cruiserweight. That's just probably something that he thinks about doing. I don't know why he would want to do that, but, I think he wants the Fury fight, and I think, he said once upon a time, it's Fury only, or no other fight. But then he did mention Deontay Wilder, but no one has mentioned Wilder's name since Wilder has knocked out Robert Helenius. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joe Joyce thinking that Oleksandr Usyk don't want that smoke with him. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!